our problem from yesterday and see if you got it right. So what did you think? Did you think it was a right triangle? This shaded one? This is my best interpretation of a picture of it. Well, we know we have a rectangle, so since it's a rectangle, we know that we're going to have 4 right angle corners, so I drew in 3 of them. So that means that if this is a right angle, that means that this is a right triangle. So on this one, I'm looking to find the hypotenuse. So let's see if we can find the 3 sides of the triangle, and then if we plug it into our Pythagorean theorem, we can see if it's a right triangle. So I wind up with 5 squared plus 5 squared. Both of those are our legs, because the hypotenuse would be the side we're looking for, equals c squared. So 25 plus 25 equals c squared. 50 equals c squared. So now let's go on to the calculator, and the square root of 50 is about 7.1. So that means that that side is about 7.1. 7.1 is that side. Okay, now let's go see if we can find out the hypotenuse of this side. Again, we have the 2 legs. We're looking to see if we could find the hypotenuse. So that means that we would have 14 squared plus 7 squared equals c squared. 14 squared is 196 plus 49 equals c squared. Okay, let's see. 196 plus 49 equals 245, and the square root of 245 is 15.7 altogether, so 15.7. So that means that we have a triangle that's got 2 sides that are totally irrational. These are not perfect. We just rounded those off. They really go on forever. They're infinite. We rounded them. The calculator only has so much capacity, so it stops it. But this actually is an infinite radical. They're both irrational. We'll talk about that term in September. And then we have one that's rational, 15. So now, if this is a right triangle, then that means that the right triangle, the hypotenuse, is always the biggest side. So that would mean that if we're going to use our Pythagorean theorem, that this side would have to be the c. So let's see if 15 squared plus 7.1 squared equals 15.7 squared. I'm definitely doubtful on that. Okay, well, 15 squared is going to give me 225 plus 7.1 squared looks to be, and we're rounding this, we'll say it's about 50. And does that equal, so that's going to be 275. And does that equal 15.7 squared? So 15.7 squared gives me 246.5. So it's close, but it's not equal. So no, this is not a right triangle. If you have a different method, then share it in the doc that I provide you today. Thanks.